get by. It resides between my eyes. Walked through the fire, came out better on the other side. See, life's like a beach if you find the sand. And right now, I feel like 100 grand.
You are listening to Inspired Insider with your host, Dr. Jeremy Wise.
Dr. Jeremy Wise here. I am the founder of InspiredInsider.com, where I talk with inspirational entrepreneurs and leaders. Thanks for tuning into this special Best Of episode where we'll take a look back at some of our favorite moments from previous conversations. This episode is brought to you by Rise 25. At Rise 25, we help B2B businesses give to and connect to their Dream 200 relationships and partnerships. We do this in two ways. Number one, we are an easy button for a company to launch and run a podcast for ROI. We do the strategy, accountability, and full execution and production. Number two, we are also an easy button for your company's corporate gifting. We make gifting and staying top of mind to your clients, partners, and prospects simple and seamless and affordable. Some companies even send gifts to staff from a culture perspective. All you have to do is give us the list of people you want to follow up and keep in touch with, and we do everything else from there, from gift selection to the card to your branding on the box. We call ourselves the magic elves that run in the background to make it as stress-free as possible for companies so they can build relationships and run their business. For me, the number one thing in my life is relationships, and I am always looking at how to give to my best relationships. And I've found no better way over the past decade than having them on my podcast, featuring what they are working on and sharing it with the world, and also sending delicious treats in the mail every few months for years. If you have thought about starting a podcast or gifting, do it. If you have questions, email us at support@rise25.com or go to rise25.com to learn more. Now, let's look back at some of our favorite moments from past conversations. Jeremy Wise here. This is great people, great resources. All right. And I select great entrepreneurs, leaders, and we get to hear what tools, it could be software, tools, plugins, Chrome extensions, whatever strikes their fancy. We're going to get into it. And this is, I guess, not only a top resources series, but a generator series. So way back when I did a Wisconsin entrepreneur series, and I had Troy Vossler, who is the co-founder of Gener8tor. And this is going to be a fun series because we have a bunch of cohorts who are part of Gener8tor. So let's start off, Leslie. First of all, I love your product. I'm a big health fanatic. My background is as a chiropractor, so yours resonates with me as well. Laura, I checked your website out. But Leslie, start with you. Just tell people, your name, your company, and what you do, and then we'll launch into software, tech, and tools. I'm going to share my screen as you talk. So,
thank you so much. So, Leslie, founder of Vitaminis. We are a vitamin juice shot with no added sugar, no mystery ingredients, and no strong flavors, and also no refrigeration required. So, unlike pills, it's easily digestible, it's fun, it tastes great. Unlike gummy vitamins, no added sugar, no like ginger, turmeric, pepper like the other juice shots. It's just fruit juice and vitamins.
I love it. Why did you start this?
I have always been a nutrition junkie, but as life got busier and busier with job and kids, I now have 4 kids, I had no time to kind of check all the boxes, and I hate supplements. Like pills make me nauseous, and gummies just felt like coating my teeth with lots of sugar. So I was looking for that real food and beverage-based solution that gives you like more bang for the buck, and I didn't see it, so started Vitaminis.
I love it. I could eat these, drink these every day. So some of your favorite software tech tools, plugins, what's on your list?
I have been loving Recharge lately for subscriptions. So I have been using the basic subscription functionality for a long time, and I love how it integrates with Shopify, and we've started putting the subscription as the default when you check out. So you'll see that all over our website. And I've recently been hearing they have some additional functionalities, such as giving deeper discounts the longer you stay on subscription. So kind of combining like
That's
loyalty
cool.
with subscription. Yeah, so I'm figuring that they have more and more that to offer in this regard, and subscriptions is a huge part of our business. So that's a big one for me.
I think people use Recharge for all sorts of businesses, right? Like software too, not
I
just
don't know.
e-com. Okay. I've definitely heard of it. Any other tools,
I don't
plugins?
want to steal Laura's thunder, but ChatGPT I use a lot. I've been using a lot, and honestly, Laura, you've inspired me to use it even more.
Laura, what do you
But
use it for?
yeah.
Literally everything. I'm in it all day, every day with like 8 different tabs open. So it can have multiple personalities as I'm like shifting between tasks.
Well, just we'll pick, we'll kind of bounce around a little bit. Laura, why don't you talk about your company, what you do, and I have it pulled up here.
Yeah, so Lotza is a better for you soda made to party. It's clean and low in sugar and crafted with functional ingredients that support your body while you celebrate. When we become adults, we kind of have to choose between having fun and feeling good. And I didn't want that trade-off anymore. I wanted a drink that really like gave us permission to have fun and like actually feel good about it. And our core ingredients, we don't just have like adaptogens and electrolytes. We have entirely plant-based antioxidants, one of which is designed to metabolize alcohol-related toxins
Hmm,
for your liver. So you wake
interesting.
up, yes, you wake up feeling much better than you deserve after you have overserved yourself. So yeah, we're brand new. We just launched this year. I'm formerly an ad exec in the digital space, so I think that's why Leslie kind of called me out. Like that's my bread and butter is the web space. So.
How do you decide on these flavors?
Uh, well, citrus is the base on all of these because we wanted it to taste great with alcohol. So every flavor has a blend of lemons, limes, oranges, and botanicals. I literally drool every time I describe it. And the other one was all surveys. So that's one of my fave things is surveys. Like I use Typeform for majority of them, and I
Love
brought along
Typeform. Yeah.
yeah, a couple hundred women along for the journey of the development, not only of our flavors, but like what they cared about. Like I went into this thinking like this is going to be, I'm one of those people. It's like throw everything in the kitchen sink in there. And what we learned is, well, people are drinking. All they care about is how they feel in the moment and how they're going to feel the next day. And so we really focused on a functional formula that was designed to enhance our drinking experience and kind of combat those negative effects.
Yeah. So we have watermelon here. We have original
Citrus
citrus and then and wild
and
berry.
wildberry. Yep.
It's really interesting, the functional side of, I've never seen anything that's like, oh, this helps you metabolize and recover quicker while you're doing it. So people could
Yeah.
drink it as a standalone, but they all can mix it with alcohol. That's what it's meant for.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. Like, I mean, obviously the better for you soda category is exploding. But like while Poppy kind of modernized soda for everyday occasions, we are modernizing soda for celebrations, which 1 in 3 sodas are consumed in those celebratory occasions. And then it's the go-to non-alc choice. Just because it's so ubiquitous. So there's really a wide open gap that we are kind of flying right through.
You mentioned a couple Typeform, ChatGPT. What other software plugins type of stuff do you
Yes.
like?
So right now I'm trying to crack the code on just rapid content creation with little budget. And my 2 favorites for 2 different reasons are Opus Clip and Descript. So what Opus Clip is good for like if you have like I was on a TV segment last week. So I just uploaded the video and it will give you, like 30 different ways to slice and dice it to kind of distribute through those channels you want to distribute it through. Whereas Descript kind of is the other way, where it's like it will take a bunch of footage and create more of a longer form video. So they are great complementary, scrappy content creation tools that have really allowed me to speed up that creation process for not only our organic social, but also our paid meta, which is becoming increasingly competitive and expensive.
Any Shopify plugins that are a must for e-commerce?
Yeah, I mean it's a little thing, but Saved by I use it. It's the insurance that it automatically defaults, and you essentially like add 5% to every single sale you make, which is really nice, depending on how much your AOV is at. I'm actually a huge fan of lead pages as well. There's a lot of different.
That's been around
um,
forever.
Yeah, it has, and I have not left it. Because that's what I use for all my A/B testing, lead pages development. And I actually my website is actually a combination of lead pages
Oh,
and
cool.
Shopify. We do a lot of that testing, and our Shopify layer over it is Replo. And I love Replo for the same reason that I love lead pages is it's a drag and drop builder. Then with Replo too, they have tons of templates that are already tested and optimized for ecom. And it's just an ad. So you don't need a developer to design and build out your Shopify store or have that big learning curve on like how to build out your pages. Like Replo allows it to be kind of an easy win, and an easy setup.
I'm curious, obviously you're B2C, do you want to go retail or
Yeah,
not? You do.
yeah. We're in Total Wine and More, and we're about 150 locations, both
That's great.
retail and bars and restaurants. But I mean, my bread and butter, I'm a digital girly, so I'm gonna lean into my strength and really grow on Amazon and Meta and Shopify and TikTok Shop, kind of get that scale to really put us in more of a position of power when we try to get into some of the larger retailers and kind of already have that built-in awareness and scale to help with drive velocity without big marketing dollars is just like a dream of mine. So that's kind of where our focus is.
Yeah, no, I love the value proposition there. I'll have to send you. I did an interview with one of the founders of Beatbox Beverages. That was an
Yes.
interesting interview with Amy.
Yeah, she is a rock star. Yes.
But awesome. Thanks for that. RJ, let's talk about your company, what you do, and then some of your favorite
Yeah,
tech software tools.
absolutely. So, I'm RJ. I'm founder of Service ID. We help water utilities find and remove lead faster and cheaper. Most people are familiar with lead as a result of Flint, Michigan. The EPA updated some of their requirements for water utilities coming out of that, and now they have to go back and identify pipes and materials that they've never owned, so they've never kept track of, and we're able to do that with simple computer vision, image-based recognition. So all they have to do is have a homeowner take a picture of the pipe coming into their house, and we can take care of that for them. The traditional kind of status quo is kind of like waiting for a cable guy. They've got to send somebody out. You got to be at home between 12 and 4. It's a big hassle for
So do
everybody.
the owners take a picture and then that alerts the utility, the company that they need to do something? Like,
Yes,
so is a buyer the utility company?
correct. Yeah, the
Yeah.
buyer's the utility company, and ultimately,
This problem freaks me out. I'll be honest with you. Like, actually, I feel like the headline should be, "Do you not want the people in your area to die?" I mean, or something like that, because actually, I had a relative. This just happened. I don't even know how they discovered it, but they discovered there was high level of lead in their water, and it like is undetectable. I mean, you're just drinking it, right? And so this is a issue. How do you get adoption of, because you want all the households to start taking pictures and sending it to the utility companies, I imagine, right?
yeah, I mean, ultimately, it starts with the utility engaging the customers. We really want to empower them to do that. They've tried surveys. They get
So is
2
this
to
an app?
5%.
Like, how do people download the app on their phone, or
It's a
where do they
web
go to
app.
you?
So
Oh, it's a
yeah,
web
it's
app.
a web app. Again, we contract with the utility. So the utility will send a letter to the homeowner. The homeowner can scan a QR code, or they want to send an email or a text message, however they want to link to the web app. And then walk them through the steps, take a quick picture, and they have peace of mind knowing what it is. And on the back end, the utility has the information they need to be
Yeah.
compliant from a regulatory standpoint.
So I'm
Um,
in my house. Where do
yeah.
I go to take a picture? And then do I
Um,
just go to your website, getserviceid.com, and upload it?
Yeah,
I'm going to do this today.
Yeah,
I don't
I
want to be
mean,
drinking lead.
so you're gonna find it in your basement.
And like actually the concern is also like we stopped like with the dog too. Like we were, we have filtered water or whatever, but the pets, we were just going in the faucet. Like I'm not trying to kill my pet, like going to the faucet and that's what the water we're using for the dog. And I'm like, wait, I don't want to kill like we need to start using filtered water when I heard that story of one of our family members. So yeah, anyways, keep going. So where do I go?
Yeah, it really we don't have it open and available for everybody to use yet. We're moving in that direction to allow people to just know and utilize it on our website. But for now,
So I
it
can't
all
go
comes.
on there and upload a picture.
I'll get you a link. We can
Okay.
we can we
For
can hook it
now,
up.
the utility companies have access.
Yep. The
Okay. I
utilities
feel like
have
this would
access, and
spread like wildfire if like people could just do it. It freaks people like that unknown thing. Like, hey, have you taken a picture of you could be drinking lead right now. Like everyone go like the next door. I don't know that I don't use it that much, but one mom posts that on next door, the whole neighborhood is going to be taking pictures of their pipes and sending it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'd love nothing more. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm a recovering regulator. I spent nearly a decade
I was going to say this is
regulating.
kind of a random business here.
Yeah,
It's like-
and it just got to the point where we needed simpler and more cost-effective solutions. Because to your point, I don't want people drinking this, and particularly lead has major impacts on children.
yeah.
And at the end of the day, that's really our mission
Yeah.
is to ensure that every family has access to clean, safe drinking water.
Yeah, actually, it's funny. Yeah, there's so many use cases for this. We run a podcast for a property management company. Shout out to Matt Zolk and Gener8tor, but like all of their property, like just a one-to-many approach for that. This is great. So we'll get to the software tech and tool. I could talk about service ID. You'll have to let me know when anyone could do it.
Yeah.
And we'll spread the word. But some of your favorite software tech tools, Chrome extensions, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, we use a lot in the Microsoft Azure suite. It's great for data analytics and providing, on the back end some really useful tools to help water utilities, kind of target key areas where they may more likely find lead or at least focus, so that they can, basically they get more federal and state dollars coming in if they have a higher percentage of certain things. So help them do that. Also been doing a lot of work with Apollo as a lead generation and an outreach tool, which has been
Who do
great
you
recently.
reach out to at the utility companies? Because there's so many staff members.
Yeah, it kind of varies. It's easy to go to the top, in terms of contacting utility managers, but certainly water distribution teams and program managers that are running the lead programs for utilities are all great places to start.
Yeah, Apollo's cool. What's your outreach message? Like, what do you say?
Yeah, I mean, it's I want to save them time and money, at the end of the day. So in the case of our pilot utility, we had a response rate greater than 50%, to a survey, or to a single letter. So really utilities can move faster, they can get the lead out faster, and we do it significantly cheaper than the status quo. So
Okay, nice. And I see you Squarespace. You like Squarespace for
yeah.
website? Okay. Um, we'll probably do rapid fire favorite books or podcasts, right? So Laura, Leslie, get ready. But I want to get to Bradley. Um, Bradley, let's go with you.
Hello.
Talk about your company, what you do. We go way back.
Sure.
I think our first meeting was playing horse on the playgrounds of Chicago. So
Absolutely.
I won't say who won, but talk about Mumbies.
I will. It's you. You're just like a horse legend. I don't know how you do it, but yeah, Mumbies, we make natural chews and treats for dogs that support rescues and shelters from very simple ingredients. And yeah, that's it.
What
That's my
was
dog.
the idea behind this?
I have dogs and they would love chewing on sticks. no matter what toys I would buy them, they would rip them apart. Big aggressive rubber toys, they rip them apart in seconds, and then they would go in the yard after you spend all that money and chew on sticks. And it's like letting a dog be a dog. And then I learned about coffee wood and how it's highly resistant to cracking and splintering from the actual coffee tree. And then I gave some to my dogs. They went crazy for it. It was a little safer alternative. And
Because if they use sticks or whatever, it could splinter and like injure their stomach and things like that.
yeah, and have toxins, mold, different
Yeah.
things growing on them if you find a random stick in the
Oh
yard
yeah, they're gross.
or other stuff
Like
like
my kids will be like roasting marshmallow, like s'mores. I'm like, ew, what? There's like green stuff on that thing. Like, why are you using that? Don't let your dogs
yeah.
eat it, right?
Yeah, yeah. And most of what dominates the market is like plastic chews. And we're very aware of it as people on, the microplastics
Oh,
and a lot of
100%.
studies coming out. Yeah, but like as you mentioned earlier about lead with dogs, dogs kind of get put,
That's a great
secondary.
point. Like all these chews are like made of plastic.
Yeah. So microplastics, everywhere. So just something that's a natural alternative. And then we make something out of, so the brown rope that's made of the husk of a coconut. So
That's
the
cool.
outer fiber just
Yeah, I
braided
see that.
rope, more
Coconut
like
rope.
plush toy.
It's like the craze is coconut water for people and then coconut ropes for dogs.
Tear them up.
I love it. What are the popular products here? Like what's some of the best sellers?
The original chew, it's just our stick. I mean, that, is dogs, they go crazy for it. And then the root chew, that's a little bit more dense. It's for the more aggressive chewers. And
Mm.
then the rings, the balls, the bison liver, that's all good.
What is the bite? Is it just for treats or what's the bison
Yeah,
liver?
just single ingredient bison liver. Why choose bison liver? It's just one of the most, liver is one of the best superfoods, the most nutrient dense foods. You could see it for humans. You pack in, freeze dried liver into pills for people to take. And the reason being is it's packed with vitamins and minerals that are naturally occurring. So it's like a powerhouse food. So it's good for dogs. Give them as a treat. Give them a couple here and there.
So your favorite software, I know you're very experienced in this realm, software tech tools that you like.
I am not a tech. I'm an online guy, so not a tech person. So this is Shopify. From Shopify standpoint, Gem Pages has been really good in building sections on the fly. And then Upcart has been really good as far as like being able to upsell in the checkout experience and reward people. FOMO for like purchase behavior
Is it
pop-ups.
FOMO or what is that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
FOMO has been really helpful. And then what's really interesting, Adian, who's not on this, but is in our cohort at Gener8tor, he kind of turned me on to Claude for just a lot of like I would use ChatGPT for everyday stuff, but Claude has been really interesting. And he got me signed up on a Max plan. And so using Claude for writing prompts to give to other AI tools. And then he got me on to Bolt, which is really interesting because I was trying to do
The Bold
things.
apps, like, because I know the Bold apps. Okay.
Yeah, to like code certain things that I can't go out there and find, like in the Shopify store for like an app or something like that. And you're like, it's like frustrating, right? Like this should be easy. And then he turned me on to Bo. He's like, hey, yeah, it's actually is easy. You can build anything. And so I've been prototyping some, different features and applications to help facilitate sales with Mumbies. So those two I really like.
Yeah. Any other Laura Leslie? Any other Shopify plugins that you like or thought of, or are those most of them?
I was taking notes on that Upcart and FOMO. I'm gonna have to look into that, Bradley, now.
I was talking to a fulfillment company yesterday, and they mentioned a few. Now I can't remember what they were, but it was like saving, like for shipping fast or something like that. Um, but let's get to just rapid fire books. It could be books, podcasts, some of the things that you've turned to throughout the years that are some of your favorites. I'll just go down. Bradley, I know you said you have a book or two, so go ahead. What were some of your favorites?
I mean, for me personally, in the past year, I read the Bible, and that's been the most
You know what?
grounding thing
That's
for
probably the
me.
most commonly mentioned one. And
Is
someone
it
was
really?
saying yeah, one of them, there was like, I had seven people on, and two of them were like, they subscribe to some Bible app and it like sends them an excerpt every day. And if you do read it every day, then you're basically reading the entire thing in a year or something like that. So
Yeah.
everyone was like, oh, I did not expect that one to come up when I'm asking this question, but
Because
it's interesting.
you know me, I'm a big book guy, and then I kind of set out I want to read cover to cover, just read and understand. But from a business side of things, one book that's been really interesting, like what do I go back to a lot? Never Split the Difference for Chris Voss, because there's some little things in there that I use almost daily, and as a hostage negotiator. Um, it's getting to the no, not the yes. So anybody can kind of look that up. But I
I have
spent a
a
lot of
full
time
episode with them actually. If people want to check it out, they want the Cliff Notes version of the book. I think maybe it was an hour. I got a good
Mm.
picture on YouTube right there. But yeah, he's a master. If everyone's checked out Masterclass, Steph Curry teaches basketball, Serena Williams teaches tennis, Chris Voss is teaching negotiation on Masterclass. So that's a great one. Any others?
Um, The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. That's one I've listened to over and over
Hmm.
and over again on audiobook.
Okay.
But those two
All
are
right.
helpful.
Thanks. Laura, what about you? Any interesting
Yeah.
books, podcasts?
Okay. The one I always go back to is Contagious by
Hmm.
Jonah Berger. It's basically like the blueprint for building a brand people can't stop talking about. And people always talk about how virality is like luck, like it's luck, not a strategy. But he really approaches that in a scientific way because he is a PhD academic, and there are tangible there's actually, if you just look at Google the contagious, there's probably a graphic that outlines the core approaches to making your brand stick. I always go back to that when I'm writing copy, when I'm identifying campaigns that we want to lean into. I'm obsessed.
No, I love it. Yeah, he's got several books here. I have not heard of Magic Words. Looks maybe it's his newest one. I'll have to
That
check
must
that one
be, I
out
haven't
too. Yeah.
either.
All right, cool. I love it. Thanks for mentioning that.
Yeah.
Leslie, what about you? Books, podcasts?
I have a couple. I love the Bible reference. I actually did the whole Bible 2 years ago. I think since being an entrepreneur, like this grounding stuff is so important. And I just started 365 Tao, like Tao kind of meditations every day, and I find it so helpful because you can get so stressed and caught up in the grind. But I had an investor. I have two other books. One of them is like more macro. I had an investor send this to me. It's called The
Hmm.
Go-Giver.
That's a great one.
Yeah, Bob
It's
Berg.
super
Yeah.
small, but it's like a story about this guy who's trying to go be successful, and he meets this guy who kind of like teaches him all these lessons through stories. But basically, in the end, it's about giving. Like you kind of get the more that you give. And I really liked it. It was like really easy to read and just like very inspiring. And
Bob
then
Berg is
yeah,
also, his books are some of the most mentioned. I had him on twice. He talked about the Go-Giver, and then he talked about adversaries into allies, win people over without manipulation. So that's great. What was
oh,
the
I
other
love it.
one
I'm
you were going
writing
to say?
that down. And then the other one that came to mind, Laura, you recommended, I think, the Ramping Your Brand. I listened to that one on audio, and
Yeah.
it was, I'm trying to remember the name of the author.
I'll look
Um,
it up.
He's
James
goofy.
Richardson.
yeah, he's fun.
Yeah.
He's funny. So it's like he'll say things like, Yeah, I know as a founder, like you think you're so smart, you think your idea is so great. I was like laughing.
He's like,
during it
no one
because-
gives a crap.
Yeah, it's so true.
This is it
Like,
right here?
Yeah.
yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay.
So it was a combination of like super practical, like watch outs and strategies combined with sort of like calling out these sort of founder mentalities that make no sense. So I laughed like many times during it. I thought it was really good.
Love it. No, thanks for that. RJ, what about you?
I just finished the mom test by Rob Fitzpatrick. Kind of to Leslie, that it gets to Leslie's last point here that I think a lot of customers lie to you and say, yeah, it's a great idea, and they just want to get off the call or whatever. So kind of some tips and strategies to work around that, which I enjoyed. I've read multiple times now Dale Carnegie's, How to Win Friends and Influence.
That's classic. I love that.
Yeah,
one.
just every time I read it, I pick something else new.
And how to stop worrying and start living. Speaking of founder stress, that's my go-to.
And then just getting into David Goggins' book. I took up ultra running this year as a founder.
He's a badass.
I think all founders should run at least one ultra. It teaches
Is
you a lot
ultra
about
considered more than like 50 mile, or what's considered an ultra?
Well, as soon as you're above a marathon, it's technically an ultra.
Okay, so I'll run like 26.3.
Yeah,
like I just did an ultra.
Yeah, so I ran my first 100 this year.
Wow, that's
50s,
wild.
I think
that's because you don't have lead in your water. That's the only reason you could do.
Yeah, exactly.
100.
Exactly. No, I think it teaches persistence and I don't know. You keep moving forward when things aren't going great. So it's a good life skill for all the entrepreneurs out there.
No, this has been great. I just want to thank, I know you all have to pop off in a bit, but this has been great. I appreciate you sharing your companies, your resources, and this was fun. Everyone could check out more episodes of the podcast, and we'll see everyone next time. And thanks, everyone.
What I got, you can't buy. It resides between my eyes. Walked through the fire, came out better on the other side. See, life's like a beach if you find the sailing right now. I'm feeling like 100 grand.